my planet, history that we're living through, when you stand above the system, above the ant's nest, and look at the ant nest, the perspective that you gain on our story, the story of humanity that's hidden from us, from Göbekli Tepe, is the rise of us, the Younger Dryas. We can tell that story, the truth of it. We learned we were eternal in that period of the Younger Dryas. The pain we went through in Younger Dryas, the survivors learned they were eternal. And in that knowledge, it switched and the planet went back flat again. So during the period, but what it meant was there's a distribution of the population, and there are some of the population who are unhappy. They believe they should choose when they have sex. It's up to them. Fuck you, you're not telling me when I can and can't orgasm. I'm in control of my own orgasm, and they go their own way. And a few people doing it, that's acceptable. It works. It doesn't matter. As long as everyone's doing it, a few people, it can be acceptable. When everyone's doing it, it's really in trouble. It's destroyed. And so that's what happens. And so from Göbekli Tepe, this is why it gets buried all the time. It doesn't get deliberately buried. It's as the motion of the planet doing this, is that you lose it. And so we dig it out from where it is, but it will come back. When the planet comes back, all these things will make sense because they'll be in their proper place from this planet. It's madness, isn't it? It's not madness. It's the truth. It's the truth of who we are, of eternal life. It's so hard to grasp the concept. What's been stolen from us is our memory. The memory that we knew we were eternal. And that white people were the messengers who brought that message to the rest of the world. The rest of the world listened to the white people, and everything was sweet, but there was a certain population of people who wouldn't. So the message of Christ, love your God with all your might, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your heart, the greatest love, and understand how that comes back at you, and it does. Love your neighbour as you love yourself. So you've got the three-body problem informed by love as one body. So that message is the Christian message, the message of Christ, and then Christ is the time particle. So the experience of Christ is eternal. How he experiences his life is he nailed to the cross, or is he living with us, singing his sweet songs and telling us his stories? Because when the planet is flat and the time particle is running sweet, Christ comes back because he knows the planet is safe for him to live here with us again. And he can live here forever because we'll understand what forever means. And we'll just stop the dying cycle. We won't have to die anymore. We'll live forever. But we've got to be able to handle that. And if you can't handle it, then you're going to stay here. If you can handle it, then you're coming with us and on the flat planet. And so this planet, this spherical one, will remain. Those of us who are about to ascend will go, whoop. We will go and live on the other planet as above. And so the slaves will be down here, doing their work, being the postman inside the molecular cell, because they believe that their existence depends on them doing the work that they're instructed to do, rather than working out that they can rest and someone else can do the work. They can subcontract. And intelligence subcontracts the work so that intelligence can grow. That's cellular growth. That's evolution, and it happens in these jumps. And that's what's about to happen. Our intelligence, human intelligence, is about to break free. And so but what the problem is right now is the Jewish problem. The Jews are the negative, the Ashkenazi. So the Ashkenazi Jews is the physics that we do. They're so clever that they know the answers, and then they devised a physics that would hide the truth, so that nothing makes sense. But there's a physics that works. You can do stuff and build things, but nothing makes sense. Ashkenazi physics. It was driven into the system in the 30s, driven by Victor Levy, Werner Heisenberg, the Göttingen crew. Everyone at Göttingen, 1927, I mean everyone, is associated with this plan. Ashkenazi physics. And so Aryan physics is is Leve. He gave me the physics, even though he's the enemy. He had to lay it down truthfully. It has to be a link, has to be referenceable in the system, and I found that by accident. And it's Aryan physics, so it's the white people's physics that we brought, that's been hidden from us. They stole it. So all the books, Maxwell's equations completed. So the Jews believe their God insists that they run the world the way that they're told to. They're driven to do it. They're instructed to do it as a species, as the negative that must exist in the positive. So even in the three-body system, if you look at Leve's diagram, you'll see there's a section of negative tension. And that negative tension expresses itself in blood. It's all about blood, plasma. And so this negative type must exist in reality. And so it's up to the negative types to listen, the negative blood cells to go, oh, that's an incorrect instruction. I can go higher by going positive with everyone else, by listening to what the white people are saying specifically, and about Christ, because Christ was white. Okay? But it's nothing to do with colour. It's just that is the colours of the setup. We're not better than anyone else. What the white people are saying is, this is the information, we're sharing it, we're now pooling everything, and all that stuff is irrelevant. What matters is intelligence and smart decisions as a species, regardless of anything else. Anything else. So the Jews must convert to Christ at the end of the story, and it's inevitably going to happen. So anything you can do, if you've seen any of my stuff, right, and eventually it come out, Michael, the Archangel, is going to lay his stuff down on the table, and he's not going to stop. He's going to sledgehammer you with this knowledge. Information. Earth is the center of the universe. Accept that might be true. Look at the engineering and come to Christ really quickly. And you'll ascend onto the disc, and the slaves will remain. Okay? Welcome to paradise. Follow the Rebel King.